locations and making them aware of the current situation that we're dealing with.
Let's cross now to Vancouver and Hadani Ditmars. Hi, Hadani. Last time we spoke, you said that police had expanded their province search. Are they closing in on the suspects?
Well, the RCMP are being very guarded about the information that they release at this time to protect, I guess, their confidential information. But they have been praised for the speed with which they issued the emergency alert earlier today, in contrast, for instance, with the criticism they received for their very slow response to alerting the public in 2020 when the terrible massacre happened in Halifax. But they have expanded their search, as you note, to neighboring provinces, to Alberta and to Manitoba. We're talking about vast rural areas, so it's going to be there's quite a wide dragnet, and it's going to take some time, although there have been sightings, possible sightings of the two suspects in Regina and also on the James Smith Reservation.
So we've seen photos of the two suspects. What more do we know about them?
Just that they're relatively young men in 30 and 31. They have the same last name, but it hasn't been confirmed whether they're in fact related. We know the make of the car that they were last seen in, and there have been reports of a suspect who, well, he could have been a suspect or a victim, but likely one of the suspects who came this morning and knocked on the door of someone in Weldon and on the James Smith Reserve, saying that they needed help because they had facial wounds, but they would not uncover their face. And when that woman went to call for help inside, the man fled. So there's a wide speculation that that was in fact one of the suspects.
Hadani, would it be fair to say that attacks like this in Canada are a growing problem?
Yes, sadly it would, because, we like to pride ourselves on having less gun violence, which we do, than our neighbor to the south, United States. But tragically, there has been an increase, for instance, since the pandemic. We have seen an increase, and even before that, from 2019 to 2020, there was a 7.5 or 7.9% increase in violent crime. And just today, in fact, earlier this morning, there was a tragic stabbing of a rapper in Halifax, and there's another stabbing in Banff, which is a provincial park in the Rocky Mountains in Alberta. So I would say that, unfortunately, it is a trend, but at the same time, it's such a tragic and rare occurrence. This is one of the worst mass killing sprees in recent Canadian history, that it's become not only a provincial tragedy, with Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe issuing a heartfelt message saying this is a provincial tragedy, but also a national tragedy, with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tweeting his concern and his condolences to the families of the so far 10 confirmed victims and 15 confirmed injured.
Right, we appreciate you following this story for us. Hadani Ditmars in Vancouver. Thank you.